I just ran my first marathon and I failed the attempt to go sub 4 hours. Here's where I think it went wrong. Number one, fueling. Yes, I took a gel every 20 minutes throughout the entire race. I even took the Encore supplements and I even took salt sticks to prevent myself from cramping. What really did it in for me was a massive quad cramp at mile 23. I thought that was an electrolyte problem, but after doing some more research, I actually think that I slightly underfueled for the effort that I was attempting to put in. The gels that I was taking were 20-gram gels. Me taking one every 20 minutes, 3 in an hour, that was right around 60 grams. After doing some research, I should have been more in the 75 to 85 grams per hour mark. That really is probably where I went wrong. It was just muscular fatigue, not having enough carbs. Number two is training. So yes, I did a full 16-week training block. I used ChatGPT to help me build my training block. I followed it to a T. For the most part, I only missed 1 week due to vacation, but everyone always says I'd much rather get an athlete to the starting line, have done 80% of their training plan instead of trying to get them to do 100 and end up being injured. So I don't think that was the main issue. The real issue was in my long runs, I never did at pace miles at the end of the long run. I was very, very cautious of making sure that I was hitting the 80-20 split between easy running and hard efforts like VO2 max and threshold work, maybe to my detriment to where I could have been putting in some pace miles at the end, but I was just afraid of my watch telling me that what is supposed to have been an easy effort for around 2 hours, 2.5 hours of running, end up being a VO2 max session or a threshold session, and then that just messed up my metrics, and I lived and died too much by my watch. Number three, this one is controversial for me. I don't think that my pacing strategy was off. I think I needed to go through the first half at 159 if I had any goal of breaking 4 hours, because at worst I would have gone 159, or maybe 159, 2 hours as my splits, and that would have gotten me right where I need to be at a 359 or a 358. Maybe one can make the argument that I should have gone for a 202, then maybe 158. Maybe I could have played with it another way that got me to the sub 4 hour mark that would have let me have a little more fuel in my body to make that push for the second half. I mean, in my opinion, if I didn't have it in me to go 159 and then either drop another 159 or 158, then at the end of the day, I just didn't have it that day. And if I'm being 100% honest, I just didn't have it that day. That's what I learned. That's what I'm going to take into my next race. Definitely fuel more frequently, add in those at pace miles at the end of my long runs, or maybe be a little more cautious with pacing. Nah, we're not going to do that last one.